Brought to you by 1AAuto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet.
Hi, I'm Don from 1A Auto. I hope this how-to video helps you out. And the next time you need a part for your vehicle, think of 1AAuto.com. Thanks.
In this video, we're going to show you how to replace a rear hub in this 1997 Buick LeSabre. This procedure is the same for both the right and left sides, as well as a whole bunch of different GM cars, such as Bonneville, DeVille, Olds 88, Park Avenue, etc. You'll need a new hub from 1AAuto.com or a pair of hubs if you want to replace both, jack and jack stands, lug wrench, or a 19mm socket with a breaker bar or a pipe for your for some extra leverage on your ratchet, 2 large screwdrivers or pry bars, penetrating oil, pliers, T50 Torx driver with a ratchet and extension, a hammer, a wire brush, and a torque wrench. Remove the wheel, pry the center cap off with a large screwdriver or small pry bar. If you don't have the benefit of air tools, start with your vehicle on the ground, loosen the lug nuts, then raise and secure the vehicle. Remove the lug nuts the rest of the way, remove the wheel and tire. Spray the hub and around the lug studs with some penetrating oil.
I'm using 2 large screwdrivers to pry off the drum. And then just wiggle your drum off. I'm using a small vice grip, and I'm going to connect it right here on the end of the spring and pry that spring off. Remove the spring. And I'm using a large screwdriver again with the flat tip. And I'm going to pry out the big spring that goes around. Once that's out, pull out your shoes. The parts that fell off here, this one goes here, and this is the end of your adjuster, and that can come out now too. With this shoe, pull it out, and then remove the emergency brake. There are 4 Torx 50 bolts that hold the hub in on each corner. On the back side, you've got the speed sensor harness. I'm just using a flat blade screwdriver to pry up on the connector. So I'm using an extension, the Torx 50 bit, and a 3/8 inch drive ratchet. I'm going to move the holes here in the hub to get to each one of these bolts.
Okay, we'll fast forward as we remove those 4 bolts, and as you saw, it takes some force to break them loose at first, but then they come right out, and you'll probably want to just leave a couple of them in just loosely.
There's a little notch right in here on the upper left on this side and down here, and try and get yourself a chisel or something in there.
Okay, so you can see there we broke it loose with the chisel between one of the corners, and now we'll just use our Torx bit and extension, get the bolts out the rest of the way, and then pry it out the rest of the way.
Clean up the inside surface of your spindle. Get the old part, the new part from 1A Auto, it's identical. It's going to go in with the speed sensor facing towards the back of the car.
And we'll speed it up here as we just feed the rest of those 4 bolts in there and get them tightened up preliminarily.
I'm going to torque these to 45 foot-pounds. Connect the bar to your e-brake first. Use the screwdriver to pull the spring out. Reinstall the adjuster and leave off this end. And again, using a screwdriver, pry up on the clip and get your shoe in underneath it. Take your clip and put it in. Put your adjuster, before putting your adjuster in, or the end of it, just put a little grease on both ends. And pry out a little bit, put the end in, around your clip. So we got this end of the tensioner or the adjuster here below the hole and it's in. Same with this side here. You can go back in with the spring. I'm using mineral spirits to clean off the brake shoes. You can use brake cleaner, any kind of solvent. We'll do the same thing for the inside of the drum.
And I'll speed up here as we put the wheel back on, put the lug nuts on preliminarily, then let it down on the ground, tighten the lug nuts. Always pump your brakes before you do a road test, make sure you got a nice firm pedal. And obviously we showed you the passenger side, the driver's side is the rear is the same, and we always recommend that you do service your brakes in pairs. We hope this helps you out. Brought to you by www.oneauto.com, your source for quality replacement parts and the best service on the internet. Please feel free to call us toll free 888-844-3393. We're the company that's here for you on the internet and in person.